Hey everyone, this is Mike from I Don't Give a Shit What You Think movie podcast. Obviously, this is not Joel in the next to me. Joel had a family emergency and he couldn't make the podcast today. So with us is our behind the scenes brother, younger brother, Neil, the director, the producer, the editor, the ear picker, the nose scratcher, whatever you want to call
The
him.
be all and end all.
But he is the man behind the scenes, and he just wanted to come and show his face today, and then hopefully he'll scare a few people. Go ahead, Neil. I'm going to let you start with everything because you came up with an interesting topic today.
It's not really a topic. So
General blanket statement.
full disclosure, I am not a movie person. I don't really, I don't go to the movies. I don't really like movies. The movies I like are from the 80s and 70s. Um, what I told Mike was that, and what I've been telling Joel and Mike for a while is that personally, I think the movie industry is dying. I think with few exceptions, um, Mario, Michael. It's not a growing industry. It's
Devil Wears
going the way
Prada.
of cable TV.
Cable
How do
TV
you
is
like that?
is a passe thing now too. It's all streaming.
That's my point.
You
That's
didn't make that
exactly my
point.
point.
You said cable TV. Cable TV is
Yeah,
passe.
that's my point. And movies are going that way.
It's
That's
not. You're
Yes, it
you're
is.
you're sort of on it, but you're sort of not. The
No,
industry was saved a few years ago when Tom Cruise did Top Gun.
but the industry wasn't
Top Gun
saved.
2.
That was an
It was
exception.
saved. It was saved a little bit.
It was an
Um,
exception.
there are exceptions, but movies
Yeah,
like Michael is going to probably cross $1 billion
that
worldwide.
that's my
Devil
point.
Wears Prada is a massive hit, I think, and that's going to cross like three-quarters of a million.
Yeah, but
Three quarters of a 750 million
quarter of a
worldwide.
billion.
Thank you. Couldn't get the word out.
Thank
So
you.
I think this year Mario Brothers made a ton of money. I think this is the year 2026 that a lot of these movies have brought back the industry. But the problem is, it's not necessarily that the movies are dying. It's just I think that people are growing up and don't want to go to movies anymore, knowing what they have in front of them now.
That's
So I
true.
think that's been the problem. But the caveat to that is people are still going. Purists, you, me, Joel, not you,
Don't
but
put
we're
me in
still
there.
going because we want to see Michael. We want to see Devil Wears Prada 2. We want to see Super Mario. We want to see all these other movies coming out, Avengers, Doomsday, and and Spider Man and stuff. And so I think people are still going, but it's just a matter of what age limit is going. So
Purists are going. Boomers are
purists,
going.
that's what I said, right?
Boomers like you are going.
Right. And by the way, does everybody like my Dawn of the Dead background? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
That's better than your bedroom.
That's right.
The industry is not going to survive on boomers. That's what it comes down. They're not. It's not. There's look
It,
here.
it depends.
It doesn't depend.
It depends. Right
No,
now, a bunch of movie theaters are reopening in California. The Cinerama Dome is reopening. There are theaters. People are going back. It depends. It really depends.
you
Um,
can't compare California to the rest of the world,
no,
though.
you can't. But I think it just depends on again who age limit. Boomers are going.
Right.
Kids are streaming. But my 17-year-old Ethan is going. He goes to see horror movies all the time.
Yeah.
He'll go see action movies all the time. So it really depends on uh, I'm trying to get the word out. It just depends on, I guess, the style of the movie.
And
Ethan's not going to go see Devil Wears Prada 2 because it's not interested to him.
there's always going to be exceptions.
Right.
But here. So I talked to I have a 27, I have a 26 and a 24-year-old, or 26 and
Where
20.
are they, by the way? Get him on camera.
No, 26 and 23. And I told my older one before I came, he goes, "Oh, you're doing the podcast?" I said, "Yeah, Uncle Joel can't make it and blah blah blah." And he goes, "What are you going to talk about?" I said, "I'm going to talk about that the movie industry is a dying thing." And then you know what he said? Yup, you're absolutely right. Now,
But he
why
doesn't
is that?
like movies. He doesn't like movies
But
either. He's a kid.
why doesn't he like movies? And these are
Because
just
you probably brainwashed him, like coming out to California. You don't
I
like California. He doesn't
California.
like California.
California's a horrible state, but
You brainwashed him.
that's neither here nor there. No, no.
Or Gilbert.
Here's what he said. Here's what he said. Let's see. There's no originality. People his age do not want to sit through something that's 2.5 hours because when they can sit on their phones and watch something for 30 minutes or 30
This,
seconds, excuse
this
me.
big. This big.
I'm not going to go there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't watch it on
Um,
this big. I
that's
watch
right.
it on a screen. So
But the point is this generation does not. sit in a, with exceptions, there's always going to
With
be
exceptions.
exceptions.
With
This
exceptions.
this generation does not sit in movies that are 2.5 hours long. They just
Would
don't.
your I'm going to name your oldest, by the way. Would
You know,
Justin go see Top Gun in the movies?
no,
Top Gun 2?
no, not at all. No,
Would Justin see an action movie in the movie theater? Would he see James Bond? Would he see
no.
Avengers? Would he see a superhero?
Yes.
Would
Yes, this is our interest, our combined collective interest. Me and my two boys, Spider-Man, Avengers
But it's
Doom.
because you guys don't like movies. You can't. It's not just a general.
Why? Okay,
Nobody's going anymore.
why
You
I
know.
don't like. Okay, but the movies,
Dawn of the Dead.
there's not a movie, not even Dawn of the Dead. The movies don't interest me. That's the thing.
Right, right. But it
Now
never
they are.
interested you.
I
Even
will
as a kid.
say,
Even
they're
when we
going
were
to
kids, it
see.
never interested you.
What's that?
Even when we were kids, they never interested you. So
That's not true. I used to go to the movies all the time, all the
yeah,
time. When I got married, I went to the movies all the time.
no. Randy put a stop to that. She put
How,
her foot down. You're
how,
done.
how
So
dare you?
good for her.
Um,
Yeah, sorry.
How dare you? Um, no, there's nothing that either of us are dying to see. Like she'll go with her girlfriend to see something every once in a while. But I was talking to her about this before, and she seems to we see maybe two movies a year. And if she sees two movies a year, that's a lot.
You're just
But
not a movie family, and that's
it's
understandable.
not. But okay. But the point is, why are we used to be? We used to go to the movies all the time.
So
But
what
now, with
happened?
the exception of superhero, there's nothing interesting. I'm not
But
interested. I'm not interested. But I'm not interested in sitting in a theater for 2.5 hours,
you're
unless it's.
entitled.
I could sit in Spider-Man and Avengers Doomsday for 5 hours and I'd be happy, and I'd be looking for another hour. But
And
that's
Michael.
what
And Michael.
I'll see, Michael. I'm probably going to
That's
see.
about 2.5 hours almost.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I have nothing going on Saturday morning. That's when I would go to the movies when I have nothing else going on. There's no appointment setting for me.
As
But wait, hold on before you make that point. The movie that they Matt and thank you. The movie that Matt and Justin will see, and maybe I'll tag along with them, maybe not, is Odyssey. They're interested in that
oh,
because,
that's gonna be great. I'm
well,
so
because they
looking
like
forward to
because they like history.
that. Right.
That's why. But other than
I,
that, we could care less.
I also think as you, me, Joel, people of our age group. Well, let me backtrack. We're all a lot of us are are married now with kids. Our priorities have changed. Focuses have gone elsewhere. I used to go to the movies religiously every like 3 or 4 times a week with my buds in Brooklyn. Obviously, that stopped when you get married, you have children, your priorities shift. So I get that part, but still, it's not. I don't think it's necessarily dying like you say with all of these movies coming out and the dollar amounts that they're making. Yeah, I get inflation and stuff, adjust for inflation and stuff, but I just think I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and say it's dying until I actually see it's dying.
I'm
That's it.
I'm only slightly exaggerating
By the
when I
way,
say.
well, dead. Sorry, I know.
It's only I'm slightly exaggerating when I say it's dying. I don't. It's always going to be there,
Of
but it's
course.
never going to approach what it was. In that sense, it is slowly dying
I don't
because
know.
the next generation is not going to see movies like you do. They
You
consume
don't know that.
they
My son
consume
sees it religiously. He
they
goes
consume
religiously.
they can by
You
and
know.
large they consume content a lot differently than you and I do. They,
Sorry, I heard a knock on my door and I realized it's my dog scratching her paws or something at my door. Sorry. No, I get it. I know. I get it. I'm not like I said. I'm not giving it until I actually know it's done. That's the way I've been.
I
It's the
don't.
way that's my mantra. That's where I'm going. You know.
I, I don't agree with your mantra.
You don't have to. You don't have
Strange.
to. So, by
That's a
the way,
strange mantra. That's a
don't
strange
good.
mantra.
But what?
Um, no, and every March or so we get into the same conversation. How I think the Academy Awards are completely useless because
Oh,
why
that's just,
why but because but it all ties together because there's not as much interest in movies in general that there used to be.
when we were younger. You never really watched the Oscars. Me and Joel and I got into it.
Yes,
Joel
I
used to bring
did.
that notebook with him all the time and write everything down. And mom and dad were there. I know you watched it,
Of course
but
I did.
it was never your like. Ooh, I'm pumped to see it. I was always pumped to see the Oscars every
No,
single
I would
year.
never get pumped to see it.
It's so different now.
But but
Everything's
but,
different. Now
but
it's
it's
moving to YouTube in a couple of years.
yeah. Why is it moving to YouTube? because
Because
people
no one wants to see it anymore.
because nobody wants to see it
I
anymore.
know that.
But that's my point. It's as an overall thing, as a large thing. I'm not talking
It's
again.
moving to streaming. That's what it's doing.
It's not just movie. If movies in general still had the same type of heavy duty public interest that they used to have,
I think they do still, with all the money that's being pumped right now into it.
they're being pumped into maybe two or three movies.
No, 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 no. I can
No,
feed you. I can feed you numbers, but I have to look on my computer to feed you some numbers. You
go
know,
ahead. Feel free to feed me.
feed this bitch. Wait, hold on. Let me.
I'm still not going to agree with you, but go ahead.
You don't have to agree with
No,
me. We never.
I'll have an open mind.
You don't have an open mind. Hold on.
That's a good point.
Where are we at here? I'm just trying to read how to read this. I can't figure out how to read this. You know, the number one release at this moment was Super Mario Galaxy movie.
That's
That
no
movie made
surprise.
that movie was 58 million away from making $1 billion
Yeah,
gross.
that's no surprise. It's a kids movie.
50, right. Minecraft
Kids
last
movie.
year, 2025 made a shit ton of movie that made 960 mil
Yep.
worldwide.
Kids movie.
Inside Out, yeah, I know. Inside Out 2 made 1.6 billion
What's
in
that?
20. What?
Kids
Uh,
movie.
Barbie 1.4. I'm just going back year to year. Top Gun brought back a lot of people. 1.5 billion. Top Gun 2, Spider-Man No Way Home in 2021 was the 1.9 billion. This is a shit ton of money. Bad Boys for Life in 2020, 426 billion. That was top, and that was also COVID.
Six
So
6 years ago was a lifetime at this
but
point.
that was COVID, so that stopped a lot of things. Avengers Endgame in 2019, 2.799 billion. It doesn't seem to me like there's a dying industry at the moment. Black Panther, Star Wars
How
Episode 8.
far back are you going to go to prove your point?
I don't have to go that far back. All I'm
You are
saying
going
is,
back
well,
5 and 6 years is a lifetime ago.
6 years ago was COVID. 942 million for Super Mario, which is going to get surpassed
I'm not. I'm
probably
not.
by one of the superhero movies eventually this year.
I'm not
Or
doubting Super Mario and Minecraft, but they're
I'm
kids.
just saying, yeah, a
No,
lot of it is kids movie based right now, but there
yeah.
are shifts in this industry.
I did. That's where I don't agree with you.
It
You're
doesn't matter.
look. I'm sure Odyssey's going to make a lot of money,
I don't think it's going to make a shit ton of money because
but
I think it's going to be a long epic, a long
if
movie.
if it does make a lot of money, it's going to be a
Are
blip.
you seeing?
It's not going to be what?
Are you seeing it?
Maybe I probably will because
I'm
only because the boys want to see it. Otherwise, I wouldn't see it.
I'm excited to see it. I want to get tickets to opening night. It comes out July 17th. It doesn't say how long it is, which is surprising because it usually says how long the movie is.
Yeah, but
You
it's not.
know,
So it's not just. I mean, the movie theater itself is. I shouldn't. Now that I think about it, I maybe not say movies. The movie industry is dying, but certainly the movie theater industry is dying because
that's
because
yeah.
people will stay home and watch things on Netflix. So I'll give myself a little. I'll correct myself a little bit with that, with the exception of the kids movies and the occasional epic that's going to make a lot of money. Uh, I think the
Heroes.
movie theater industry is and the mainstream popularity for the most part is going away.
I don't think so. If
Okay.
Super Mario makes $940 million,
Again, it's a kids movie. Of course, it's making a
I
lot of
know
money.
that
But parents want to take their kids. That's no surprise.
parents are still going.
To take their kids to give them something to do.
Comb your hair. Sorry.
Baby boomers, Gen X are not going to sustain this industry. They're just
We'll
not.
see. We're going to see.
California, you can't even count California because that is a different. That's the state's entire. Nice poster. That's the state's entire industry. So you can't even. You guys are a different breed.
We're a different animal. Your
Yeah,
your son just texted me about In-N-Out burger again. So,
yeah, it's sort of overrated, but whatever. I went to one.
but anyways, so that's
Well,
Neil. Anything else?
yeah, like I can sit down so before you think I don't like movies at all,
I never said that.
stick me, or if that's the impression that's coming under, stick me in
Yeah,
front of Pluto TV and I'll watch, anytime Footloose is on or Shawshank or Saving Private Ryan. Like those are the movies I'll watch. I'll just watch
yeah.
the same movies over and over and over again.
But
But
we
no,
can't talk about these type of movies because they're not the ones that are trending right now, and nobody cares about that stuff. And unfortunately, it's
of course not.
terrible.
Of course not.
Yeah,
Right, right. But what are people talking about? They're not talking about current movies unless it's Mario or
right.
things like
Black
that.
Panther or whatever.
Black Panther's
Avengers.
5 years old. Don't count Black Panther or Avengers.
They're doing another one, I think, aren't they? I
Black Panther?
think so. I don't even know. I might be wrong, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But
I assume you're wrong. Uh, that's it.
by the way, I saw coming attractions to the new Supergirl movie. Oh my God, the movie looks terrible.
Can't watch anything DC. DC's garbage.
Awful.
DC is
Awful.
garbage. No, DC's no
You
good.
know?
Uh,
But I did see Michael, and I love Michael. A lot of people didn't like it. Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Oh, I'll
I
watch it.
enjoyed it.
I'll see it. I'm sure I'm going to like it because, like, unlike you and Joel, who are generally the critics, I I turn my mind off and I don't like to think through movies. If I can be entertained, then it's a success.
You'll be entertained. It was
I'm
a
sure I will.
solid movie.
Nah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think it
Yeah.
should be good, and that's it. Oh wait, what was I planning on saying today? I needed to pay homage to Joel, who's not here. Um, oh shit. I got to think about it. It wasn't, what does he typically say during these podcasts? Um,
I don't know. He always laughs,
does
or
he?
he cuts me off 90% of the time. I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Joel.
I felt like I was starting to do that. Damn
No,
it. Oh, now I'm really upset. All right. Well, if it comes on again.
that's what happens when you turn 56. So, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's 56.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
All right. That's all I got, too.
It will be fun. It will be fun. Oh, by the way, and to prove my thesis, to end this on a high note and to prove that everything I said was correct, go look at all the movies that you reviewed. They're all from this. They're all from the 70s and 80s, which shows that that's a much more a much better era for movies than
Of course
current.
it was. I'm not doubting that.
Thank
Shit,
you.
that's our youth.
My
So
point my point is proven.
there was no point. Those are movies from our youth, man. I can watch those over and over again. You
Exactly.
know,
Thank you for
but
thank you for agreeing with me.
never disagreed. But all right, guys, that's all we got. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. This is Neil over there. I'm Mike. Joel will be back. I don't know when Joel will be back. So hopefully in next week, maybe 2 weeks, or maybe we're just going to get rid of him. No, I'm just kidding. But we'll
It's
see
a,
when he gets back, and we'll figure it out. Maybe we can get you on camera a little bit more.
it's a hostile takeover.
Yeah, well, maybe you can chime in a little bit more sometimes because nobody knows who you are since we mentioned you
That's the
quite
way
often.
that's the way it should be.
Anyways, let us know what you think, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Wait, hold on. I'll do a Joel outro. Peace out.
Goodbye.